Hi, you guys. I have a quick word, just a real quick word. Um, I haven't been around lately. I've been so busy. I mean, busy. But anyway, I just wanted to get on really quick and just say hello, and I hope everybody's doing really well. Um, I'm just really excited about everything that's happening. I know it seems really dark and kind of crazy out there, which it actually really is. But um, anyway, the word I have is just to encourage you. I just feel like God wants me to encourage you, and that we're at the very end of this movie, this wild ride, and I'm just getting really quickly this vision, and people are on this roller coaster and they're screaming and yelling. They have their hands raised. They're just like screaming, like in a way that is almost traumatizing. And I feel like the Lord is saying, like for some of you, that's how you have felt. That's what you feel like you've been through. And God wants you to know this scary ride is coming to an end. We are at You're, and on the roller coaster, you know how you go way up. It goes really high, 70 feet high, 70 feet high, 75 feet, whatever. And it goes straight down. And I just feel like the Lord, this vision I'm getting is we're on the way down from this scary ride that we've all been on. And it's going really fast. People are still screaming. And then it's like you're getting to the very bottom. You know how it goes straight down and it goes to the very bottom? It loops up a little bit and then it goes straight. And then the brakes slam on. You know how you've been on those roller coaster rides? And the brake slams on, and all of a sudden you're at a dead stop. And I feel like the Lord is saying that you're going down really fast. You don't know, the feeling you get when you're going really fast and you're screaming and yelling and you're hysterical. And I just feel like God's saying you're coming to the end of this ride that you've been on for such a long time. And we're talking years, we're talking 5 years. But anyway, I just wanted to speak this word. And the med beds, I started talking about the med beds like 7 years ago. And I remember Facebook would remove my videos. I remember talking about technologies. All this is coming out all over the place. You can see it on X, you can see it on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. They're all talking about the new technologies and the med beds. And Trump put out on Truth Social and it went on to X, but he put out the information on the med beds, how people would get in these med beds and they would have instant healing. And the technologies were so advanced that we can't even fathom in our pea brains at all how this technology is so powerful. And people are going to be completely healed of all diseases, all cancers. And I started talking about this 7 years ago on Facebook, and they kept removing my videos. And it was a little discouraging because I'm pretty much the first one that started talking about the med beds. And like I said, that was like 7 years ago. And just the different technologies. But anyway, that is coming out all over the place now, and they're getting ready for us to get into those med beds. And it's going to replace a lot of the hospitals. And I mean, the hospitals will still be there, but the hospitals will be full of these med beds. And then the RV, the transfer of wealth. They've been working really hard on that, and it actually went through, and people have been exchanging their currencies and whatever investments they did. But anyway, you guys, it's just a quick word. And God said the ride is literally, you are going down that roller coaster. The ride is going fast, it's quick. I know God gave me a word a couple days ago, and He said, I'm doing a quickly in your life. It's going to be quick, quicklies. Everything's going to be quick, 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 quick. And all these years of waiting and trusting God and believing for these things to happen. And people think people like me are totally nuts, but people are finally waking up, and people are now realizing that these things that the prophet's been talking about for years are happening. They're seeing it. It's all coming out all over the place. X, Facebook, like I said, TikTok, everywhere. It's everywhere. It's infiltrating these different sites. But anyway, you guys, trust God. He is still on the throne. He is your provider. He's your father, and He is everything to you. And I hope and pray that you took heed to all the different ways that you can invest and prepare for your future. But there's going to be other things that are going to come out around January that is really going to be life-changing for people that weren't able to invest, and you will have your financial freedom. And I just want to say that when we get to the bottom of that roller coaster, and how it stops really fast, it almost jerks you out of that little chair you're sitting in. It's like, how you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I survived it. God says, all of you are going to say, I can't believe I survived it. A lot of people didn't survive it. And I talked about on some videos I had 2, 3, 4 years ago, I was saying that everybody around you, they're not going to believe you. You're going to be standing alone. They're going to not believe anything about the lollipops and the jabberdew. And it all came out through all those years. Everything the prophet said, everything I said has come into fruition. Everything is being brought to light. But God's on the throne, and we survived this horrific ride. And you're surviving this big roller coaster ride. And yeah, we lost family, we lost friends, we lost friendships, many people along the way. But God is going to replace all those people and bring new, beautiful relationships and beautiful people into your path. And you will have the things that you lost. Everything the enemy stole from you is going to be given to you, above and beyond, running over into your life. It's just going to be like waterfalls of blessings. All right, you guys, have a blessed day. I pray God's will be done. I pray bodies are healed even before you get in a med bed. I pray finances are flooding in. And God says, there's 3 people that have been praying about their finances and said, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? God says, I will come through for you, and I will cause miracles to happen for you. I've heard your prayers. I've not forgotten about you. And I see, it's almost, what I'm seeing is like, I see a man praying. I see a lady praying. And I see someone even in their 30s. But anyway, you guys, God's going to provide for you and take care of you. And don't take your eyes off God, because when you get out of this roller coaster, you're going to see the world in a different way, and the whole world is going to change. And that's what is being done behind the scenes. Trump is doing things that you can't even think or imagine behind the scenes. And I know he's not perfect. I get upset with him once in a while. I don't agree with everything he does. Nobody agrees with anything anybody does. But we're all human and we're doing the best that we can do. All right, you guys have a blessed day. All right, take care. Bye.